Ramadan Mubarak to everyone. Today's video I want to share with you another some tips how to develop your speaking skills. If you want to develop your speaking skills, at first you have to listen. The listening is a key factor to develop your speaking. Listening and speaking is inseparable. You cannot speak without listening. So you have to listen short video, long video, short story, long story, novel, and difference movie you can listen. So you have to listen. The more you listen, the more you express yourself in front of the other. So listening is the key factor to develop your speaking capability. Another thing you have to keep in your mind, you have to emulate in case of develop your English speaking capability. The emulation means the imitation. You have to imitate. Without imitation, no one can learn anything. In this world, everything is comes from the imitation. So you have to imitate. You have to imitate the different English speaker, how they speak, how they express themselves, how they organize their thought, how they organize their logic, how they organize and gather the different ideas. So you imitate them, how they raise their voice, how they lower their voice, how they pause on one word, how they give a less pause on the another word. So this kind of intonation, this kind of variations you can follow from the different kind of English speaker. So imitation is most important to develop your English speaking capability. Another thing you have to keep in your mind, you have to read. You have to read more and more. You have to read different articles in English. You have to read different novel, different short story, different magazine. So through reading in different writing, English writing, it will help you to develop your English speaking. So reading also inseparable and basis of English speaking. Another thing you have to keep in your mind, you have to reflect on that language, which language you want to express, you want to speak. The reflection, the thinking about that language, you have to think how that language created, how the structure of the language have been created, how they express themselves, how they manage, how they create the different sentence. So all those things, how the different word are playing, and all those things you have to reflect, you have to think, you have to ponder about on that particular language. So if you think more, if you think more in that language, you will be easily express yourself in front of the other. You know that if you translate one language to the another language, you will not be good speaker in that language. So you should not translate Bangla to English. You just think about English, and you just express on that language. So it will be easily and you can become a good speaker in that language. Another thing, you have to practice. We know that the practice makes a man perfect. So practice is necessary to develop your English speaking. You can follow different practice activities. You can make video in English. It will be easy for you. Or you can talk with your with your friend, with your colleagues, with your partner, with your classmate, or with your boss, or anyone else, those who are surrounding you. So and you can interact with foreigners, the native language thinker, and all those things. So you have to practice more and more. And another important tricks, at last I want to mention that you have to know the sensitivity of the language, which language you want to express yourself. if you don't understand the sensitivity, the cultural phenomena, cultural thing, cultural ideas of that language, you will not be express yourself in front of them easily. So if you follow all those kind of tips, hopefully you will become a good presenter in English. That's all today.